Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not, really? This to me.
Let's go. Blazing the steel. Bring the heat. Mix it non-stop. Non-stop. With the hottest DJ.
I'm your host, Joshua Diaz.
Non-stop.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not, really? This to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I had to put her on the side and worry about
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy
There
has...
is not, really? This to me. Right, idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, that's real tough.
but I had to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not, really? This to me.
But I had to put her on the side and worry about the boys. But I had to...
What's up? Welcome.
There is no investigation.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Don't say any F's and stuff. Welcome to the lab. I'm your host.
But I had to put her... But I had to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
Welcome, everybody. How are you on this fine Saturday evening? We have a great show for you, and kind of yesterday prematurely let the cat out of the bag, but it was topical at the time, and so we're going to talk Summer Wells tonight, and what we're going to try to get accomplished, and just explain kind of what's going on here and what we're going to do. Because, if it wasn't for Summer Wells, I wouldn't be on YouTube like I am. And I told myself I would see this case through as much as I'm very excited about what we're going to talk about tonight. I'm very, very excited. I've spent the last day or so talking to certain people that, will be helping. I have some emails that I need to return, but this is something that I've talked about for a really long time. So my plan originally was at the 2-year mark, if Summer had not been found at the 2-year mark, I wanted to do an episodic podcast similar to other ones that have been done, and just really get as much detail as possible. Start from the very beginning and slowly reveal the story from an and I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to try to do it as unbiased as possible. I'm going to have, interviews with locals, and hopefully law enforcement. We got some things up our sleeves. And it's something that's kind of been on my mind for a while. I've had discussions about this for some time, and I've been working on a project for like 2 years that I'm gonna put on hold for a little while we do this project. And I also just want to say that this is nothing more than me trying to look. I don't know how to do a lot of things. There's only a few things that I know how to do that I'm even decently good at. Telling a story is one. And I know podcasting. I know those two things, and the rest will kind of fill itself in. And I'll have help along the way. It's just, and Miss Tammy, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that very much. So like I said, I only know a couple things. I only know how to do a couple things. And so as the details are starting to get worked out, and they are, like I said, I've talked to several people over the last 2 or 3 days, and then even well before this. I mean, this idea, when I say that this idea, it came, I believe, probably around the 6-month mark, when no progress was really being made on the Summer Wells case. Not when I say progress, like outward progress. And, I'm sure the caller last night was like, "Hey, Josh, I have this really, and I'm like, I have honestly always planned on doing this, but I said at the 2-year mark, I'm moving that up, and we're starting right away, this week. So there is a vast amount of information. There is a vast amount of video, audio, characters, and we're going to frame this as professionally as possible. I hope that it turns out great. This will be my very first attempt at well, I wouldn't say it's my first attempt, but it's definitely the biggest episodic podcast that I've ever tried to put together. I think, I did a few others like Amanda Knox and West Memphis 3 and things of like that I've done. And so I want, basically what I want to do is I want to make sure that I follow through with what I've said in regards to never giving up on this case, on the Summer Wells case. And I think that it's going to be, look, you know, and here's a great question. I said, I think you get a great series, except I don't think I can take a rehash of Donnie and Candace. Just saying, I hope most of that can be left somewhere on the outside. It's all got to be there. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And like I said, I'm going to do it unbiased, but, you know, Don and Candace are a huge part of this story. Grandis. I mean, there's a lot to it. And with a twist, I do somehow, and I don't know in what capacity I'm going to do this part of it, but it's something that needs to happen as well. I'm going to try my best to weave some of Rose's story as well, Rose Bly. And, you know, somehow, some way, you know, I don't know if it'll be after, during, whatever, but it'll be something, somewhere, some way. And, you know, and we'll just see. We'll see how it turns out. You know, I have a lot of ideas. I have the, like I said, I've already started framing it up, and then we get to work on it this week. And I was also going to, and let me see right here, tell you this. Let me look at the calendar. Christmas Eve will be the very first release of the episode, the first episode. Christmas Eve, first episode. Probably have a trailer up and running in a week or two. That way we can start promoting it on Spotify, Apple, all that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, know, and I appreciate you saying we have faith in you, Josh. I feel like I'm the man for the job. Maybe I'm not, but I feel like I am, and I want to do it. And it's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. Yeah, it's something that I wanted to do for a really long time. Like I said, I've been kicking this idea around for a long time now. And so I was telling Chris about this today, and you know, he's all in, and he supports everything that I'm going to do, which is awesome. And, which is great. I mean, I was probably going to do it anyway, but you know what I'm saying? I was just going to do it anyway. It's because I have to, but I was telling Chris, I said, look, man, I feel like I owe this, not just to her, but definitely, specifically, dominantly to her. Okay. But it's something that I just can't, I couldn't get out of my head. I couldn't really get past it, even if I wanted to. I would take on other small little projects and things like that. And when I would take those on, and I always in the back of my mind would be, okay, but what can you do related to summer? And let me get these really quick here. You guys are so sweet. Lulu says, you can do anything, Josh. We believe in you. We'll be here to cheer you on and support. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Linda gifted a membership. And Amy was gifted that membership. Thank you. So nice of you. Oppositional Effect gifted a membership to the Uprising. Crescent City in the house. Never give up, J-Lo. We're not gonna. We're just not gonna do it. I told you that I never was going to. I think you'll do a freaking awesome job. I can't wait for Christmas Eve. I hope so. I hope that I do it justice, and hopefully somebody somewhere listens to the. And like I said, this isn't like a YouTube. Just a YouTube project. I mean, it's a project for all platforms. I'm going to try to mass distribute it the best way that I can, using, some of my, I guess you could say, old podcast connections. I mean, I'm not saying that this is going to be a Spotify exclusive or anything like that, but I definitely will be reaching out to them for some promotional help and things of that nature. We'll get sponsors involved to try and help fund this. That way it's not left up to anybody else, I think that it's a big enough project that that's the way that it can be funded, and it's not like going to be some crazy expensive project. It's just going to be time consuming, and that's okay. Do everything. Most of the things that we do are pretty time consuming, so. Yeah, Peyton's in for an ass kicking. I don't know. He's definitely going to be in on this. He doesn't have a choice. He knows that too. Thank you, Josh Justice, for Rose Bly and Summer Wells. You can do it. I think we can. But yeah, Peyton's involved, whether he wants to be or not, and that's good. He might or may not. Let's see here. But another thing though is, and I think there are people that are still out there, championing for summer, and obviously the more the better. But I just, like I said, I feel like I don't feel like I have to. I feel like I need to do this. And so, it's going to be first priority, for this channel. I've become relatively frustrated with other cases either getting solved or having big breaks, and then Summer gets nothing. It's become frustrating, and like I said, the 2-year mark, I can't wait anymore. I feel like I'm just waiting too long. But this has always been a plan. So that is what we're going to do. And I think, I think maybe we can give this a whole new, fresh look, Like I said, I'm not looking to solve the case. If I can, I would love to. What I'm looking to do is, I've seen these kinds of podcasts and listened to these kinds of podcasts before. And if they're done in the right way, they're effective. They get people's attention, And, you know, they just have to be told in a proper way. And that's what I'm going to try to do. And I think that I can, along with a lot of help from a lot of other people. You know, there's going to be a lot of people that help, and I've already received a few emails really offering time and you know, basically anything. And look, I will be asking people to help in those kinds of ways as well. You know, so it's a big undertaking, but it's what I want to do, and it's my project. Hold on, what did I do? What happened? Hold on. Sorry. Okay. All right. Is your mouse dead? No, it's good. Okay. Anyway, I heard a ping noise. You did hear a ping noise, but anyway, so that's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be. I don't know where it's gonna take us. I don't know what's gonna happen with it. All I know is that I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna finish it, and it's gonna be out there, and that's it. That's it. That is all I'm doing. Because I don't know why I keep coming back to this case. You know, there's a lot of cases going on right now. You know, the one in Idaho, which is terrible. The Michael Vaughn case, which is tragic and terrible, and then you have obviously the Quentin Simon one, just poor child, just terrible case. I compare every case to the Summer Wells case. I don't know why. Nah, not a new hat. Mm-mm. But I compare every single case to that case, and I know that this case is no longer at the forefront on YouTube. It's just not. I think people are less interested than ever because of the lack of information, which is understandable. But this is how these kind of cases get swept under the rug too. I think personally that there are people that want this case to go away. That there are people that want this case to go away, and it's not going to go away. Now, and here's the other part of that. Once I finish so I know that I have enough. I have enough material for at least 6 episodes, but it could end up being 10. That's kind of what I've projected, and so we're gonna have at least 6 episodes, possibly 10. But as this goes on, we will add new episodes throughout the months or the coming weeks and months, and hopefully not years, but if necessary, years whenever we have to cover it. It will just be, hey, it's been 6 months, since we dropped the 10 episodes, but then when something comes up, we'll revisit that. And then we'll add that onto it as well. And so that's how this is going to go. And that way there's never not a source for it. All the information's out there, but if we can somehow, and Jen K became a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Excuse me. Say this case doesn't get solved for another 2 or 3 years. God forbid. God forbid. We will still continually add on to the story as the story keeps going. I don't care if it's 20 years from now, that's what we're going to do. And I think that we can do it. I don't think so. I know we can do it. I just want to be able to do it correctly. And I think that we can. I truly do. And I'm excited to announce this project. And I hope there will be some other creators that I'll reach out to talk to about this. And, it'll be welcome to be played on anybody's channel, big, small. I don't care if it's the same night. It makes no difference to me. I don't care who plays what on what channel. I'm not gonna be like this, like crazy person, go around putting up paywalls and telling people that, they can't use it or play it or whatever. I'm truly not concerned about that. So hopefully we get all the help that we need from others. And like I said, I don't care if you hate me, if you love me, if you don't want anything to do with me or whatever. But if I reach out for help and you've been covering this case for a long time and you don't want to either help on the project or be a part of the project, if I think that you can be, well, that'll just tell me everything that I need to know about everybody. And so I'm prepared to completely do it alone. I'm prepared to work with a bunch of different people. And so like I said, I will start reaching out to more and more people. Oh, look, Mary's here. Mary, I got your package from the Reno 911 box set. It's the best. Thank you so much. You know what? Jen K became a master splinter. Thank you so much for that. This is very nice of you. Thank you, Natalia. It's good to see you, Natalia. I know that you've been tuning in. You say it's a nightly thing. True Cowgirl, thank you so much. Mary says, thank you so much for keeping Summer's name out there. Also, please get a hold of me for any information that you might need. I don't want her case to go cold. Mary, I will definitely be reaching out to you as well. We need the help. We need the help. Mary is an amazing person. Mary is an amazing person. Yeah, I got the Reno 911 box set. And Cotton Farmer, I saw your comment asking if I was going to go live when you said, "Hey, I'm just really getting used to you coming on every night." And I was cooking. I cooked 2 big hams, and I slow cook them. I was a little, but I appreciate that. I really do. Oh my, I made it. I left the comedy show in time. There's a comedy show on? Yeah, Reno 911's hilarious. Absolutely. Absolutely. Poor pigs. I'm sorry. Oh, I know. I don't even want to think about it that way. Because when I do, I get sad. When I was in college for psychology, I had a real rat named Splinter. It's funny that you said it. So my nephew worked at this pizza shop. I know this is disgusting, but I'm going to tell you anyway. He worked at this pizza shop, and apparently they had a rat that was like humongous. I know it's gross, but they had a rat that was there, and he's like, they said it was like a big old rat, right? And they go, we call it Master Splinter. I was just like, that's disgusting, dude. Sick. Guess what pizza place isn't open anymore? You got it. Dude, the worst part about that is, like, I think I may have told you guys this before, but I've ate at 2 places a week before they got shut down by the health department. 3, actually. One of them was a taco truck. Unreal. One of them was called the China Buffet. I went and had a terrific meal. I like rats too. We had a terrific meal, and then all of a sudden, we had the very next day. I read in the local newspaper, it's not in the newspaper, but it was online, like a laundry list of like health violations, and they were staggering. So, I was sick to my stomach for like 3 days. I didn't get sick, but like I was. And then another place, that same restaurant that had the rat undercooked my wings one time, and me and Lucas, if you know this show, 5 Sauce Lukey Luke, who, by the way, just had a baby, and he didn't name it after me, even though he told me he would. He didn't tell me he would, but I made that up. But like, he almost went to the hospital, not because he was sick, but because he's like, he's kind of like a little sissy, and but our wings were undercooked. You could see blood. That sucked. I think I don't know if I finished them. I may have. Poor chicken. Yeah, I know. I eat meat. I'm sorry. I know. Splinter. Yeah, Master Splinter. I accidentally timed him out one stream. Congrats. No, it wasn't good. And then a taco truck. But I feel like he is a hypochondriac, dude. He is such a little girl or boy, whatever. Actually, boys are a little more whinier, I think. Actually, I know they are. Because I've seen it. So he's like a little, he's just like a little crybaby. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sick. I need to go to the emergency room. Like, am I going to be okay? Are we going to get sick? And I was like, shut up. And he's like, what? I was like, you know how many people eat undercooked chicken all the time? Oh, but I don't want to. And I was like, hey, dude, can you bring me some more? I'll throw these back in the oven, bro. And he did, and I ate them. And yeah, he's just like, I'm gonna get sick. He's so weird, like, about that stuff, man. He, like, walks around with like a thermometer. Dude, 2019 popped off, the end of 2019, early 2020. The guy was literally fastening little hand sanitizers all over his jean jacket. Like, he had like the little ones that clipped on, and he just wore them all over his jacket. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like embarrassing ridiculous. Some undercooked chicken, dude. Get over it, right? He does. He walks around with a thermometer. He's an idiot. But I love him. Yeah, I don't know if he has. Yes, I think so. He's just like a crybaby. I don't know what he's doing these days. Yeah, I didn't. I never got it. But he's like, oh God, did you see that chicken was undercooked? Oh, I'm never gonna eat here again. It's like, dude, whatever. He's like, I'm never gonna eat here again. Let's go. I'm not. You can go wait in the truck. I'm gonna finish my wings. And I did, and they were good. I wasn't deterred. I wasn't really that worried about it. I was thinking, like, I can't tell you how many times I've cooked meat and then become nervous because it seemed like it was undercooked. Kelly S., I'm going to change your life for the better right now, but there's absolutely no such thing as a bloody steak. I know you're going to argue with me, but I do too. I told you, he's so dramatic about everything. He's a wuss. Let's see. You don't know this, Josh, but the other day, you put a smile on my husband's face with your story about Thanksgiving. He's going through major mental health issues right now, and that really means a lot. Thank you. Tell him to hang in there, and we're rooting for him. I know mental health is, it's a tough thing to deal with. So I that makes me feel good that I could at least put a little smile on his face. Thank you for sharing that. I do appreciate that a lot. And let me see here. I'll open the lines if anybody wants to call here in a minute. 858-299-2504. Let me know what you think. What's going on, and if you've ever ate bloody chicken before. It's not a big deal. So yeah, Mary's wings, exactly. So check this out. What it is, it's actually called hemoglobin. It's called hemoglobin. Kimberly, thank you. Thank you. can't call because I accidentally got stoned. How does that happen accidentally? Is that a thing? Does it really happen accidentally? Funny. Yeah, he's a wuss. He's a wuss. He's always like complaining. Let me see if I can, hold on. He might answer, he might not, I don't know. I like to put people on the spot. Maybe I'm going to wake up the baby. He's not going to answer. He's probably watching. He knows that I'm going to call. I'm calling to mess with him. I think he knows that I'm calling to mess with him. Answer your phone. I know you're watching.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
What kind of crap is that? The mailbox is full. Waited all that time for nothing. For nothing. Like, why would he not answer my call? Let's go, Brandon's here. He is scared to answer the phone because he's watching. He knows that I'm gonna give him crap. Just doxed your son. Which one? The mailbox is full. Nobody calls him. What? What kind of crap is that? Mister, I have a family now, so he's too busy. He's just too busy. What are you gonna do? Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going? This is Rick Clicks. I just wanted to say I'm new to your channel, and I appreciate everything you're doing. And like I said, I ended my stream to come over here just to watch yours.
Oh, sorry. What was your name again?
It's Rick's Clicks.
Rick's Clicks. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
It's not a problem. I came here because of Rap Trap Gangsta.
Oh, that's awesome. Rap Trap's great. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Bless you, and thank you for all that you're doing.
Take care. All right. I just got to say that we're live on the air right now.
Oh, God.
I heard her laugh. Did she laugh?
Yeah, she laughed.
Okay, because it's funny. Remember that time that you acted like an absolute little crybaby when you ate the bloody wings?
Yeah, I did act like a baby.
Did you not want to go to the hospital?
Hold on. Yeah, I thought about going to the hospital.
Really? Yeah. And what did I do?
You ate more wings. You ate more wings from that guy. They were bloody.
Dude.
And people were posting online all their photos of the bloody ass wings they got.
Yeah, that's true.
You ate a whole nother basket of wings from him.
Those ones were good. Right?
I don't know about that. I was like, no. I went home and I laid in the bathtub and I was like, swearing that I was gonna die.
You laid in the bathtub. Did you really think that you were gonna get salmonella or something?
Yeah, I ate like 3 of those bloody wings before I realized that they were like not done.
Yeah. The funniest part was after we did that, the next day or the day after on Facebook, like there were like 3 posts about undercooked wings from that place. Yeah.
And he told us
that was the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah, he said, I'm so sorry. I've never done that before.
It was like doing it every day.
And he was like,
He's like, obviously we're not going to charge you for those wings. It's like, yeah, no kidding. You're not going to charge us for those wings. They're raw.
Obviously, we're not going to charge you for those wings. Well, obviously, we're not going to pay for these wings.
Right.
I mean, oh, man, yeah. I was just telling everybody, like, how much of a hypochondriac you were when that happened.
I was sure I was going to die, that was it.
Because you took a bite of 3 bloody wings?
I polished those wings off.
That's true. You went a little too hard.
I don't know. I'd been getting sick a lot then too, so I don't know if it was just in the air.
Bloody wings is in the air. Have you ever even had salmonella or food poisoning?
Yeah, I had really bad food poisoning once from Subway.
From the lettuce?
No, I don't know. I had one of those. What was it? The chicken bacon ranch or something like that?
Yeah.
I think it was that fake chicken meat. I don't know, but
I
was going to San Francisco and I had to poop on the side of the road like 3 times. I'm not kidding. I was so sick.
Thank you for sharing that, and I'm sure all 400 people that are listening live love that as well. Well, I am mad at you because you didn't name your baby after me. He was born though the day after my birthday.
It was almost your birthday. If we would have gone to the hospital
early in the morning,
like you were probably supposed to.
No, our appointment was.
Well, let's say if she had checked her blood pressure early in the morning, then yeah, we would have had a baby that day.
You went to the bathroom 3 times on the side of the road. 3 times.
I ate a whole thing of Tums because I was like so sick. I was dry heaving and I was pooping on the side of the road all the way to San Francisco. So what is that? 5-hour drive, 6-hour drive, something like that?
Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah, it was miserable. It was terrible. And I ate that Subway sandwich within an hour. And also, I ate one of those frozen pizzas, like the ones from Winco. I don't know. I was sick. It was the first day I was supposed to start working at a new job, and I was up all night puking and pooping.
Every time that you have ever appeared on any show, and you've appeared on a lot of shows that I've done, there has never, I can't remember a time where we didn't talk about you taking a dump.
That's not really fair. You were on the subject of like me getting sick from food.
But you didn't get sick from food. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I did. Well, not the wings, but...
No, the wings didn't make you sick. But I'm just saying, it seems to come up a lot, right?
I guess. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I kind of expect it. And this is going to be like one of the shortest, actually not the shortest. The time you locked the taco truck worker in the shop was probably your shortest appearance.
That was terrible.
It was really terrible. But,
I felt bad for the guy.
How's the little guy? How's Joshua Jr. doing?
He's great. He's doing good. He doesn't sleep at night, but he sleeps all through the day.
Yeah,
so that's great, but not at night. Yeah.
Peyton was backwards for 6 months, and then he was cool for about 14 years, and now he's backwards again.
Yeah, he's on Lily's night shift schedule, so. I don't know if he's just going to be that way, I think.
It takes him a little while to figure it out. Like they're just, back and forth.
Yeah, but it's great. I think it's great. She's a little tired, but I sleep pretty good.
You're the worst. Can I talk to her for a second?
Yeah, she's right here.
Make him change all the diapers, at least the poopy ones, every single one.
He's actually been changing
But everyone,
More than
just
half of
every
them.
single one, please. If there's a
You gotta learn to do them too.
if a poo comes out of the baby, make it, that's Lukey business.
You know what? He's actually really good at sniffing it out. Like, he's like, he pooped. I'm like, how do you know? He's like, I can smell it. And then he checks and he poops. I'm like, okay, you can change that.
Unreal.
He's really good.
What do you do? Just go around sniffing the air, Lucas?
I know.
He just knows.
For it.
The way my sister used to check is she would stick her hand down the back of the diaper. This is all or nothing on that one.
No, I just put my nose up to the butt, and it's good. I don't even have to do that. I can tell there's something. His poop doesn't smell bad, but it's just like there's a certain smell to it that I know when he poops. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it smells like baby. Sniffing it out like you're a drug dog.
Yeah.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's a good skill to have.
She says, "Hey, he's actually really good at sniffing them out." I mean, you can't make this stuff
I was
up.
holding them and it's like, shit. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they were like sitting on the couch, and I wasn't even sitting on the couch, and I was like, "Hey, let me smell him. I'm pretty sure he pooped." And everyone's like, "No," and I'm like, "Yeah, he pooped."
Yeah. Well, so
like 10 feet away, I can get it.
yeah, and Linda brings up a good point here, Lucas, because if you think about this, you have some really iconic lines, like, and her saying that you sniff out baby poop is going to go down in history. But, you know, remember the old one where, like, you were changing my trash liner for me and it wouldn't fit. And you're like, here, let me see this. Lily, are you listening? Because you're going to love this.
Yeah.
He splits the trash bag in the back. He goes, look at this. It's an old janitor's trick.
It is.
He was super proud
I
of
learned
himself.
it from an old janitor.
Remember when you went to a janitorial expose?
Yeah, that was actually really fun. I was driving around all the new, like, they had really nice, like, floor cleaners and buffers and some fun.
New buffers and the coolest thing that you told, you're like, dude, they had this really cool thing where you just like roll it around on your keyboard and it picks up all the dirt and hair.
Oh yeah, it was like this like putty stuff that they sell it all everywhere now, but this was like kind of new.
Yeah,
it was new to the world.
Oh my goodness, yeah. It's just it gets worse and worse. Somebody said, I'm sorry, I have to know, did he have TP in his car or what did he use? Can you help us out there, buddy?
His underwear.
I actually don't know. Probably I was probably using the napkins from Subway that were in the bag, the brown ones. I actually don't remember. I don't recall.
Right. Oh, that
probably blocked it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've had better days. One of the things that I don't wow, 3 times in 5 hours. You know,
that's not that bad.
There's an old hunter's trick when they come back with one sleeve. You know.
Oh yeah, ripping sleeves off. I didn't have that luxury.
Your brother's done that before. I've seen him do it. And it was funny too, because in the day, that's when we got lost on the river, and he like goes up he like goes up a little bit in the bushes, and he's like, oh, dude, I'll catch up. And I was like, okay. He comes out, he's missing a sleeve. I was like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, oh, I had to go to the bathroom, right? And I was like, okay. And then we're walking, probably 30 minutes later, he goes up another trail and he's like, I got to go again. And then come back down, and he was completely sleeveless. He went all Hulk Hogan on me.
That works, but I was going to like a baseball game or something, so I wasn't going to go in there with one sleeve or.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, you guys have fun.
We will.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that went from bad to worse, so I apologize about that. Use leave, save sleeves. I know. Yeah. Good thing he called back. Anyway, so I just want to say that is what we're gonna do. The summer project is something that we get to work on this week, and so I just want to thank everybody who is here and supports this channel, and thank you for the super chats and stickers, and the new memberships, the gifted memberships, and just liking and subscribing. That means everything. Sharing. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Packing it in for the night because we got work to do. Anyway, thank you so much.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There's not, really? It is to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I had to put her on the side and worry about
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There's not, really? It is to me. Right. Idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, you know, that's real tough.
but I had to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There's not, really? It is to me.
But I had to put her on the side and worry about the boys. But I had to...
There is no investigation.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I had to put her... But I had to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
I did forget to mention this. We've started a clip channel. It's the Lab Clips. If anybody will put, if there's a mod left here, throw that link in there, please. And go over there and subscribe. There's going to be some really good stuff on there, some funny stuff, some interesting stuff. But please, 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 thank you guys again.